Homelessness is merely a description of circumstance and not a reflection on a person's character. Each day, nearly 1 in every 200 Australians are homeless without safe, secure or affordable housing. Last year, 105,000 Australians experienced homelessness. Almost 1 in 4 homeless people are under 18. 1 in every 2 women in the homeless service are escaping domestic violence, and the economic crisis has led to a sharp increase in homelessness. The majority of these people are homeless because of situations out of their control. The stereotypical view of homeless people being drunk, lazy or unwilling to help themselves is unjustified, and every person without a home has their own unique circumstance or situation.
We had a young person who was experiencing mental health issues, and due to those issues it was difficult for that client to maintain relationships and sustain employment, and those were the main issues that were affecting that particular person's ability to find accommodation. It was an unusual situation because of the individual's mental health issues. They had actually a dog with them, and that dog actually kept that person positive, kept that person going from day to day, and it was part of the healing process for that person to actually survive while they were living literally on the streets. And we found a community organisation who was really willing to assist us with that client and find them accommodation, and they actually ended up housing the young person and their dog as well, which was a fantastic outcome, and they're still in stable accommodation. Criminal activity may go hand in hand with homelessness because they're in such a state of desperation. There is no money coming in, they have limited resources, hence the reason why they don't have stable accommodation, and in some cases it has led to mostly minor crimes in terms of theft of maybe food and things like that. So sometimes there is issues with police.
This fellow died suddenly. I actually got called, I'd had dealings with him before, up until a certain period of time. The next time I was called to this sudden death, here he is. What it worked out is that this fellow was actually a university professor, and by his own choice he didn't want to live that life anymore, so he lived on the streets. But in his pockets we found his daughter's name, bank books and so on. And in those days, and I'm saying 30 years ago, he had over $100,000 in bank accounts. But it was his choice to live on the street. That's the life he chose to live. So, yeah, very well educated person, that's what he wanted to do. Homeless people, the majority of them don't want to be visible, don't want to be out and about. All they're looking for is a nice little hidey hole where they can go and set up camp and feel safe in their own environment and make sure that no one steals what goods they do have.
Greater understanding from the general public is needed to help these people in their time of need to find safe and stable accommodation.